Welcome to the Ask a Swim Pro show. My name is Ksebati, co-founder and CEO of My Swim Pro, and I'm joined by a special guest, Jessica Long, 23-time Paralympic medalist, 13 gold. How are you?
Hi, good. Thanks for having me.
So we are doing this virtually via video call. We are at home, staying social distance. How is that going for you?
Oh my goodness. So I haven't swam in like a week. We ended up finding a pool, my friend and I, but I've painted like everything. I'm painting the living room. Just trying to stay busy, I think, has been helping a lot.
Mm-hmm. And how have you, so the news came out just a couple of days ago about 2020 now becoming 2021 in Tokyo. Can you walk through like the process of like taking that in and maybe leading up to that, maybe potential anxiety?
Yeah, for sure. So we here in Baltimore, Maryland, we were locked down about like a week and a half ago. And when that happened, I had like a double swim practice. And I just remember talking to my coach, like, is this really going to happen? Like, are we not going to go to Tokyo? Like, what do you think is going to happen? And at that point, I was just settling, like, until they made the call, I was just training like Tokyo was still happening, which is really difficult. But I ended up finding a pool about 2 hours away with another Paralympic swimmer. And we drove 2 days in a row to go swim and just trying to do anything that we could. But in that time, I've been home for a week. It was becoming more and more real that we weren't properly training. We're losing muscle mass. They're not announcing that they're canceling or postponing it. So I think mentally it was just kind of draining. I would say I was pretty tired. I know another, Lizzi Smith, another Paralympic athlete, we're really close friends. We were kind of like, okay, are they going to pull it? What are they going to do? So when they actually decided to postpone it, my first reaction was just relief, right? Like, okay, so we have another year, super positive that all of us athletes are going through it together. But then as the hours settled in, it was just like, oh my gosh, another year, like everything shifted another year. And I think really what I'm just doing right now is allowing myself to feel all the emotions, just sadness and just some heartache for, the year, the training, the hours that were already put in, but also just knowing that that won't go to waste and just trying to be really positive through the whole thing and keeping myself busy, like painting, like doing ab workouts. And yeah, it's just a really weird time.
Yeah, for sure. Crazy time that we're in. I saw on Team USA, I think it was Twitter, there was a video and you said, we're going to rise up, we'll be stronger as a team, as a country. Maybe elaborate, because you have so much positivity and a lot of people are feeling down on themselves in the situation. So I guess, how do you share that positivity with others?
For sure. I think the big thing right now is just control the controllables. And right now we can't control the situation and we can just do the best. We're just doing the best that we can, right? We're social distancing, we're staying inside. But when it comes to something like, it's not just me that it's affecting, right? The Tokyo Paralympics, it's such a big thing that's happening right now. And I think the big thing is just, again, control what you can control. And we can't control what's happening, even though it's weird, right? It's new territory. No one really knows I don't even really know how to approach it, but I know seeing the big picture that they didn't cancel Tokyo, right? That was an option. They could have canceled Tokyo. So now I'm just trying to approach it like another year to get better. And imagine how Team USA, all of this whole country, this nation, how we're going to handle it when we get to Tokyo, and how excited I think everyone's going to be. I think it's going to bring us together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we can hopefully stay together in this time, and then 2021, it's going to be a big party.
It's going to be loud, yeah, for sure. It's going to be, and I think that's for sure the hard part is just like, in swimming, I swim all 4 strokes, I swim 9 events, everything was coming together really nicely. And I will say I was a little bit behind. I planned a wedding all of 2019, so that was my top priority. So I had to really hustle the last 6 months to really get myself into good shape. And I think that's a little tough, is just knowing that, okay, everything was coming together, but at the same time, I'm just trying to change my mindset that I can do that again. Okay. It's all going to be okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you tell a swimmer who is still kind of feeling down about themselves because they can't train for potentially the next month or 2 months? It's really, the uncertainty is really tough. So how do you kind of stay motivated with that uncertainty?
Yeah, and I think that shifts for me throughout the day, right? You know, the morning I feel super, super motivated. Afternoon I get a little down, and then by nighttime I'm like, okay, we're still in this. We still have there's a new day. I would say again, control what you can control. Right now we have the opportunity with technology to get online and do different ab workouts. There are so many outlets that are allowing us to continue to be in good shape. We're able to do yoga, there's ab workouts, keeping your shoulders strong, stretching, all of that will pay off in the end than just sitting completely still.
Mm-hmm. And besides painting the living room, what are some exercises you're doing at home to keep yourself active?
Yeah, well, I stole from my pool. I stole a med ball and I stole like an ab roller.
Yeah.
Those aren't too bad. Like they're on Amazon and everything, and all these like cords. So I've been doing a lot of ITYs just to help with my shoulder mobility. I have a foam roller. I've been stretching out as much as I can, abs, alternating leg lifts. Honestly, just trying to get my heart rate up. You know, with being an amputee, a bilateral amputee, I can't just go on a jog. I can't just go on a run. That's why I chose swimming, because it's the best workout. So what I'm trying to do is just like dance around, trying to get like my heart, just a little sweat in. And that honestly, it's amazing. Like if I've been in a slump, just getting up and moving has been really, really helping me get back on track.
Mm-hmm. Let's dive into those dryland exercises a little bit more. So you mentioned the shoulder stability ITYs and some core alternating leg lifts, it sounded like. What else do you like to do for the core for some of the swimmers who are trying to find that next challenge?
Sure. I think V-ups are great. I think you can do that sitting down, Russian twists. And if you don't have any weight, try to find something a little bit heavier and just really get that rotation. That's something I'm really working on. And then also, if you happen to have a band or some type of like stretching cord, I've been tying that to doors and almost just like getting that freestyle catch, that butterfly catch. I'll do both. I also really like this. This has been really tough, but laying on my back, I don't know what this is called, maybe dead bugs. I've heard all sorts of different, but you're laying on your back and you pull the cords over your head, with your legs up, and then drop your legs and lift it up. And it's this whole working your arms, working your abs, but yes.
Just got to keep moving.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, for sure.
You mentioned Lizzi Smith, who we have an interview. We'll link in the description as well. What's that relationship been like with, other athletes and just the people that you meet through the sport?
Yeah, well, Lizzi Smith is one of my best friends. She was in my wedding back in October. She's coming over to help me paint, but we're going to stay 6 feet apart. But no, it's been really great. We actually have a group chat with Team USA, just to write really positive stuff. Just how's everyone doing, checking in. We are united together. There's one team, we're all going through it, right? That everything shifted, the whole plan, the performance plan. But at the same time, it's been really cool. I've reached out to a few other athletes, and we all kind of don't really know what we're feeling. And I think that that's totally okay. We're just trying to get through the motions and taking it day by day. And again, we don't know when this will end. So just as long as, we're all there for each other, the support, I think that's been a really big bonus.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. If we're changing gears a little bit, where do you see yourself, beyond the competition pool? At some point, it could be in a while, I'm not sure what you're planning, but where do you see life after competition?
Yeah, well, I have a crazy story. I was adopted from Russia when I was a baby, born without my legs, fell in love with swimming, have traveled the world from swimming. But more than that, I love sport. I love that it brings us together. I would love to do some commentating. I commentated for NBC at the Paralympics once, the Winter Games. I wrote a book with my sister that came out 2 years ago. So I have other book ideas and speeches. I love public speaking and sharing my story. And really being a role model to the next generation, I think, is super important, especially in today's world with social media and just, I know I had role models growing up, so that's kind of what I hope to do. And we'll see. But yeah, just sharing my story. And I can talk about the adoption and having a challenge and overcoming adversity and an elite mindset atmosphere. So I feel like I can talk a lot.
Nice. So where do people learn and follow more about you? I mean, your Instagram, what are the handles? We'll put them in the description, but.
Oh, cool. Yeah, for sure. Twitter is Jessica Long. Instagram is Jessica Tatiana Long. Facebook's kind of just along, but my website is being rebuilt right now. I'm in the process kind of. So yeah, I would say Instagram, you'll see more of my daily life and the updates on my living room and just kind of what I'm doing to get through this quarantine.
Mm-hmm. And what else could people learn maybe outside of the swimming world? So you mentioned you got married. Congratulations. That's awesome. And what else, some behind the scenes, like what are people surprised by when they learn about you?
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, fun fact, I am a leap year baby, so I have a birthday every 4 years. So I just turned 7 years old. But other than that, like what I like to do for fun, I'm one of 6 kids. So I love family time. I think that's super important. It's a really good, healthy balance. So anytime I can spend time with family, but at the same time, I love my alone time. So like that's how I recharge, right? I think swimming is great when you're just staring at a black line and you have this world, you know, you're in your own little world. But if I'm not swimming or spending time with family or my husband, I really love going to coffee shops and just journaling and writing, and just that's kind of how I recharge and setting the next goal.
Awesome. Cool. Well, Jessica, you're an inspiration. You're very energetic, and I think the swimming community really appreciates everything that you're doing to support and empower other swimmers who have any number of challenges or obstacles in front of them. So thank you for sharing your time on the Ask a Swim Pro show. And as you heard, she is an author, so we'll be linking that book in the description so you can pick it up, and all of her social media handles so you can follow her. Thank you again for taking the time, and wishing you the best.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.